Who opens doors that I cannot see?
That leads me to my final point today, then we're going to get out of here. Second point stanza, give it to me. Second and lastly, God will use women to get his job done if he needs to do so. Look and listen here as we hasten to the runway. Sisera was on the battlefield with Barak, and Barak had 10,000 troops, and all of them let Sisera escape. All 10,000 men, not even including Barak, allowed Sisera to get away. How in the world could 10,000 men let one man get away? The one who had led the oppression against the people in the first place. Look at Judges 4 and 3 stanza again real quickly. As I confirm this, Sisera had 900 iron chariots, ruthlessly oppressed the Israelites for 20 years. These 10,000 men allowed one man to escape. The one who had led the oppression all those years, didn't any chester of the 10,000 see Sisera get away? Didn't at least one troop or two troops see him get away? No. God had to use a woman to get the job done. All right? So what happened? The end of the story is simple. Sisera goes in the tent. Jael welcomes him. The Bible says that Jael tells Sisera, come on in, make yourself at home. He lays down. Sisera lays down and asks Jael for a drink of water. Sisera lays down and asks Jael for a drink of water. The Bible says that Jael gave him milk. I'm done. To drink. If Jael gave Sisera water to drink, he was already tired from running away. The water would have refreshed him, uplifted him, and caused him to be able to be strengthened to fight off what Jael was getting ready to do. But she gave him milk. And every mother knows what happens when you give a tired child milk. She gave him milk. He drank the milk. Went on to sleep. The Bible says that Jael recognized that he was asleep. Took a hammer and a nail. Nailed his forehead to the ground. And the Bible says that he died. Barak come looking for Sisera. Jael tells him, come on in. I know where the man is that you are looking for. Barak goes in the tent of Jael and sees Sisera laying there dead with a nail in his head. And the Bible says that after that happened, the Israelites became stronger and stronger. I'm on my way home today, but I want to tell somebody that you need to nail some stuff down in your life. You need today to kill some stuff that's got you bogged down. You need to get rid of some mess that's causing you to be bound up. Every now and then you need to take an inventory of your life. And if you got some friends that's holding you down, take your hammer and your nail and nail them to the ground. If you got some bills that you need to pay, you need to bring a hammer and a nail. Take your bill to your altar and nail your bill to the altar, because the God I serve, oh Lord, the God I serve is able to take care of your problem. The Israelites went through 20 years of oppression by one man under a king. But it took one strong woman to step on in and take care of the enemy. Barak couldn't do it. Oh, Lord. Deborah couldn't do it by herself. And I'm reminded of another man, God our Father, who said one day, I'm tired of seeing my children go through what they're going through. I'll call me somebody. Well, he called Moses. Moses was a murderer, buried a man in the sand. He couldn't come down and do what God the Father wanted him to do. He said, I'll call Jeremiah. Jeremiah, come down. Jeremiah got mad one morning, got mad with his diggins and his digginess, and decided he was going to give his resignation. Wasn't going to preach that good gospel no more. He decided to call old man Ezekiel, but Ezekiel kept sleeping all the time, and all Ezekiel could do was dream about dry bones and big wheels and little wheels. He decided to call Daniel, but Daniel couldn't go because he had an infatuation with lions and dens, caves and dens, so he couldn't go. He decided to call Matthew one morning, but Matthew worked for the IRS, and God knew he was crooked. He decided to call Paul, but he couldn't call Paul because Paul used to be Saul, and he was afraid the folk wouldn't follow him. But I heard my daddy declare some 30 years ago that God the Father woke up one morning and said, I know what I will do. I'll make me a son, and I'll take him down to 42 generations. I'll wrap him in swaddling clothes, lay him in a manger, and I'll allow him to walk up and down the streets of Galilee until he's 33 years old. And then I'll hang him on a cross, and I'll nail his hands, and I'll nail his feet, and I'll let him die for the sins of the whole round world. I want to tell somebody that you got to nail some stuff to an old rugged cross. I got to tell somebody that you got to nail some stuff to an old rugged tree. Just like Sisera was nailed to the ground, you got to nail some stuff to your cross. I don't know what you're going through today, but I serve a God who's able to nail some stuff down. It is no secret what God can do. What is done for others, he will. Come on, help your boy close here. He will. Whatever you got going on in your life, nail it down. Whatever you're going through, take your hammer and nail it to your cross. Whatever you're facing, take your hammer and nail it to your altar. And Ebenezer knows what I'm going to say here. If you nail it down, if you nail down your enemies, if you nail down your problems and declare to yourself, for Christ I'll live and for Christ I'll die, God will. I'm going home, children. God will. God will. Put a nail in it. Put a nail in your enemies. Put a nail in your problems. Put a nail in the mouths of folk that's running you down. Put a nail in all the people that's trying to keep you from your destiny. And God will. God will. Give the Lord some praise. Give the Lord. I said, give the Lord. Give the Lord. Hey, give the Lord. Ain't he all right? Ain't he all right? I said, ain't he all right? Do you remember when folks scandalized your name? Do you remember when you were ostracized and criticized? Do you remember when you were oppressed and depressed? But when you decided to nail that stuff to the ground and walk over that stuff and get out of the way of that stuff and not allow that stuff to stand in your way, God picked you up, turned you around, placed, oh yeah. The lesson of this story is simple. There are some things in your life that you got to get rid of. Y'all didn't hear me. There are some things in your life that you got to carry to the dump. Stop carrying trash. Somebody missed it. Stop carrying trash. Stop carrying trash home. Stop bringing trash on your job. Stop allowing your children to bring their trash in your house. And start nailing some stuff down. Not gonna go through this no more. Gonna nail this blood pressure down. Not gonna breathe like this no more. Gonna lose some weight and gonna nail this weight down. Not gonna have sugar no more. Gonna take your insulin and I'm gonna nail this sugar down. Not gonna let nobody wear me to death no more. Gonna nail worrisome people down. Not gonna answer my phone no more. Gonna look at it, and if it's somebody that I know is not good for me, I'm gonna nail them down. Ah! Not gonna give everybody my time, because your time is too precious. Your time is too important to be bogged down with negative stuff. You're gonna nail some stuff down and walk over it. See, you missed it. When she took that hammer and nailed his head, she was in the tent. Some kind of way, in order for her to get to the tent, to the door, watch this. I just told y'all men weren't allowed to come in the tent. So Barak, when he came looking for Sisera, he wasn't just going to come in the tent, because men weren't allowed to come in the tent. She let Sisera come in because she had a plan. So in order for her to get to the door of the tent to talk to Barak, she had to step over. She could not have stepped over Sisera if she had never nailed him down. When you nail stuff down in your life and make up in your mind you're going to walk over it, you're going to walk above it, you're going to walk around it, that stuff's got to leave you alone. You don't have to tote baggage no more. You don't have to tote evil no more. You don't have to be jealous of nobody no more. Why? Because you've nailed all that crazy stuff down, and now I'm walking out of it. I'm walking to my victory. I'm walking to my joy. I'm walking to my happiness. I'm walking to my peace. I'm walking to my sense of humor. I'm walking back to a smile on my face and a joy in my heart. Why? Because I took time to nail some crap down that was in my ratchet life. Let's go home. Stand all over the church. Give the Lord some praise. Give the Lord some praise. The door of the Lord's house.